The current spoiler warning level is Sakuradite.
Friends and folks, for this episode, you're looking at a spoiler warning level of Sakuradite. That's the one we haven't used in a while. We're talking about stuff from Code Geass, and we pretty much spoil all of Code Geass. I mean, not super deep, but, just assume, right? Also, we had some fun technical difficulties with this one, and by fun, I kind of mean the other thing. So, you're going to hear two things. One, at a certain point, we're going to take a little technical difficulties break because Dylan's mic gets unplugged, and so we can't hear Dylan anymore. And that's no good, right? So then we start a new audio track and pick up where we left off, and at that point, on my end, Audacity crashed. So we have to use backup audio for the second half of this. So basically, mic troubles for Dylan meant we had to take a break. When we come back, audio quality is worse on my track because we're using the backup because Audacity crashed. So, it's just been a real delight making this one come together. Please enjoy the episode. Hello friends and folks, and welcome back to another episode of Mechanista and G. It is a fine Tuesday morning, which is not when we usually record, but I'm sure it has its merits. I'm Six Detmar.
I'm Dylan.
It's a spicy world out there. Look outside, you see all the sriracha. I don't know where I was going with that.
Sorry. I didn't know where you were going either, so that just caught me off guard.
Yeah, both of us got to enjoy the surprise of that one. It is a request week. Oh, sure. I rolled and I was like, didn't we already? And I was like, oh no, I'm being foolish. This is a request from listener Emrys, who actually was just on Novel Not New. Folks should check out the Novel Not New episode on Xenosaga episode 2. Kazutsukon Guten Bose, I think, off the top of my head. That game is bad. But it's a fun conversation.
I was gonna say it's the one no one likes. Like every Xenosaga fan hates episode 2. I know this about that.
Yeah, it's a rough situation.
I think people usually are back on board with 3. I know 2 is just the one that I always hear is like people do not enjoy it.
Well, that's encouraging. I would love it if it didn't suck shit.
I've only played 1 thus far, and I didn't finish it, but I enjoyed what I played of it. Does 2 just completely fuck up all the systems or something?
Yeah, I mean, I think story-wise, it's a significant flop in ways, but I think the biggest problem is just, okay, here's an example. 1, you can't, there's no equipment. You don't buy gear, right? So you can't, in a JRPG, you can't put on equipment to do better. So, around the middle of the game, I was going through a hard dungeon and I had cheated to level myself up to 99. Basically, I turned on a cheat that every time I fought, I leveled, right? So I hit level 99 and still fighting random trash enemies. The fights took 3 minutes. Just mashing circle to hit attack.
Oh.
It's too fucking long.
Oh. Yeah, that's not great. Right, that was the other thing. Sorry, I was looking at it just to make sure. Right, it also has a very bizarre art style change. Compared to 1, which is, where's it just being 3D anime on its sleeve versus, so, there's 1, and then here's Shion in 2, which just is, just a different style. Oh.
It's so funny.
That's my...
You're good.
That was my makeup for this, but yeah, anyway.
It's so funny that what happens is, in the first 5 minutes of the game, in a montage, someone knocks Shion's glasses off and steps on them, and so she can never wear glasses again. And then, like, 20 minutes after that, or maybe more like half an hour after that, she, like, goes, like, to, like, home and takes off the, like, lab coat outfit she'd been wearing the whole game and puts on, like, sexy streetwear. And it's like, wow, the art director was like, no, this will reflect my fetishes, thank you.
It makes me sad, because I think the first game, Shion, is such a cool, like, unique design for a protagonist.
Definitely, yeah. I definitely think it's better.
Yeah. It's interesting, because 3 kind of splits the difference in styles. She's still wearing, like, the cooler streetwear, but it's interesting, because, you know what's fucked up? The 3 is the one that has the art direction of, like, the modern Xeno games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that just looks like a modern Xeno character. 2 is, like, the odd one out where it's just, like, more, like again, it's just the details are more sculpted. She looks more real, quote-unquote realistic. Like, obviously not, like, true realism, but again, compared to 1 and 3, like, things with the eye color and such, it's just, you know. And the hair also, like, it's funny because, you know, she's got, like, the crazy calic in 1 and 3, and they're just like, no, get rid of that in 2. It's just, it's fascinating. But, anyway. Alright, so. Okay.
Knee.
That is a knee. Oh, that's some interesting line weight on that art. On the outside
I don't know that this is a great... The images for this one might be a little lower resolution. I expected we'd have better art for this, but...
I might have better art for it, we'll see.
Yeah, entirely possible.
This is a weird knee, the more I look at it, huh? Because you've got the joint, and then you've got, like, the way the thigh and the calves connect here. Like, I don't know, it's just... Huh. That's a weird knee. Is this something from Gundam at all?
No.
Okay. Figured that would be the case. Because this just looks weird. I might need a bit more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll
give you a decent bit more.
Okay. Because, yeah, it's just the... obviously, the color doesn't really help give it away. Oh. Weird. That's a weird thigh. It's got, like, a little bolt at the top of it there. And then, like,
because, like, the joint here...
Yeah, it's got a lot of visible, like... internal. Huh. I think I still don't know. Like, just...
Yeah, that sounds like you.
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant. That was just, being a butthead.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. Decently more informative.
Oh, it's a cool knuckle guard.
Thanks, I made it.
Shush you. Ooh. Just... Truly... These arms and the legs aren't giving me anything is the problem. Because they're like... I don't want to say they're generic. They're not, like, super generic. But, you know, between the color and, like, the design, it's very, like, kind of streamlined. That joint on the arm is interesting, too. Like, up there. It's weird. I feel like I should recognize the little fold-down fist or whatever's going on there, and I don't. Like,
I mean, I've shown you a lot of this machine at this point.
Yeah, no.
For our usual standards.
I know. I get the feeling that either this is actually the best hint you have, or showing me the torso or below on the leg might give it away. Is like one of the two possibilities here. Either that or the hand is the big hint and I'm missing it.
I mean, I can give you more torso if you think torso would help.
Oh! Oh. Okay, no, actually, yes, that is helping. Because that... Look at how long that is. Is this something from Code Geass?
Yes, it is.
Because I look at this and I go, oh, it's like a Code Geass torso. Okay, that does actually really help, seeing that backpack part there. Because that's where the pilot is, I assume.
And if I'd gone down, you would have seen the wheels, and that would have also helped.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, I see why you cropped it where you were... Where you did. I mean, it was the usual location, but still, it's...
Mm-hmm.
You know.
There's no
now,
way
which
you can
machine?
guess I mean, yeah.
I'm like going through my names. I mean, I'm assuming this is a Britannian machine. Sutherland, Glasgow. I'm like trying to think. Let's go with Sutherland for the first one.
There's a hint here that you are ignoring. I gave you one more picture.
What is the hint that I'm ignoring?
It's a really big hint.
Really?
Yes. Maybe not like... I don't know if it would tell you specifically what unit it is, because I don't know if you know the names like that. But I would say, looking at this picture, there is a very obvious faction clue.
Well, okay. My thing is, like... Those hands are probably not the Britannian standard, I assume.
Let me see. Let me look at it. No, they're not. You're right.
Yeah, that I could guess. Because I don't really see them as, punching, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Dylan, what color is this machine?
It's like a weird warm gray with, like, almost like a brownish, but, like, a very desaturated brown.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe that. It's a weird color scheme.
Very desaturated is certainly fair.
Well, it's got, like, a little bit of, like... You can see that there's some color, like, in the shoulder and torso and stuff, and it's, like, a warm color, but, like I said, I don't know, I'm, like, looking at this, and... So, if it's not a Britannian machine... No, this isn't the one that, Callan's using at the start of the show, right? Because Callan's got...
Isn't she using a Sutherland at the start of it? Or no?
What is
she either has a Sutherland or a Glasgow. In that first fight, most of them have Glasgows. I don't know if she does.
I think she's using, like, a red Glasgow in the first fight, but that's the thing. That's not hers, because I just thought about it right. It's red, just because that's her color. What the fuck is this?
Let me see. Yes, it's a Glasgow in that first one. You're right.
Yeah, I don't actually know what this is, then. So, this isn't a Glasgow, or is it a Glasgow variant?
It could be argued to be a Glasgow variant. I'll go ahead and give you... By the way, here is Karen's Glasgow, just since we brought it up. And also, we'll probably want to talk about it as a related unit, because this...
Well, I was looking to my right, and I'm like, I have a Glasgow on my desk.
This is the Burai, which is the Japanese-made...
Right, I forgot! I completely forgot that before they have their weird, unique ones, that they use this. I completely forgot about that. Because they have, like, those weird one-eyed ones later.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but first they have these, which are, like, ones that have been remodeled, in Japanese, by Japanese mechanics to be, true Japanese machines, but are still just Glasgows.
I mean, it's a Glasgow with a mask and some extra hand armor, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting. Now, the problem with covering this and the Glasgow at the same time is I think this has a lot of variants, as does the Glasgow, I'm assuming, so...
It's true, this might be a two-parter. We might just do the Burais for now and then come back.
We'll come back
because there is quite a bit to talk about.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I did forget about this. So, this is used pretty early on, I assume, right? Because this is, like, when we see, like, the various terrorist cells using them, I believe.
I feel like, doesn't this show up at the Battle of Narita? Right?
I think so.
When they fight on that mountain?
Yeah, and then that's also, like, when we get, a good view of the Gurren, which is, like, their actual, like, ace in the hole. Yeah, because then, what's the one that they have later? Is it the Gekka? No, oh wait, it's in the first paragraph. The Akatsuki. Okay, yes. The Akatsuki is the one that my brain, when I think of them, but,
there's also the Gekka. You might be thinking of the Gekka.
The Gekka is what turns into the Akatsuki. Okay, interesting. But the Akatsuki
the Gekka
is
this
like,
guy.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, this guy, though. Okay, so, I guess to describe it, the head, is... You've got a head with 4 eyes. There is extra armor put onto the front face. So you've got, like, 2 eyes that are on the base armor, and then you have additional armor, which is, like, added onto the Glasgow's head. It has additional armor going around the sides to the back, but also over the 2 eyes on the front there. Because normally the Glasgow, just for a comparison, is very smooth, I would say. It's got a very streamlined design to it. You can see the comparison there. So it's still a Glasgow head underneath, but just with a bunch of armor bolted onto it. Which is interesting, because it's not just armor around the 2 eyes there, but it's got armor going around the sides and the top. Kind of makes sense, though, if you're being outgunned in a way, and you have less overall units, you might want there to be more survivability to them, whereas, like, Britannia doesn't really... it's the TIE Fighter principle, right? Like, Britannia has such a high amount of military forces that they probably don't have to waste time spending the money to, outfit them for really high defense or anything.
Mm-hmm. Also, the I'm jumping the gun. There aren't that many changes compared to the Glasgow, but there are some. So I noticed one and was excited. But
going to the torso here, we've got the torso's interesting. So, again, it looks heavily armored, though I think this is pretty... Let me double check. Sorry to be comparing, because I know we're going to be talking about the Glasgow next week anyway, but it's hard not to do the comparisons. I guess I have to do it in reverse. But
yeah, I mean, we can just sort of... I'll have it right here for comparing, and we'll...
Yeah. Okay.
Here.
The armor is the same design. However, it does add, like, an anti-personnel type machine gun, it looks like, on the bottom.
So... This is on the Glasgow. The Glasgow is deployable.
Oh,
and
interesting.
For this one, they're like, why? Just have it out there.
Okay.
But
yeah, so the torso is like a big block, basically. Though, funnily, it's a big block, but it's a big block of armor, mostly. Because, attached to the back of the torso. It does look like it's all one piece, though I believe this whole section can eject out. Actually,
isn't it like the back part like slides out like a tray almost?
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm wondering if this whole thing is all one piece, like this upper area, and then that's like a little like you said, a tray below it there. Because I can't remember what these look like when they eject, actually. But yeah, but you got this big bulky chest and then also big bulky backpack area. You've got a little bit of under armor there, with kind of a skinny torso actually towards where the connection to the waist is.
Interesting.
The sides of sorry.
So, no, it is not all one piece.
Oh, I had it backwards, because there is like parts that are plugged into the front, but it's not the whole thing. That's interesting. This is like armor over, like plates over that, and I guess it's actually just a big engine in there to blast backwards. I like that it just pops the head off.
Yeah. So this is Karen's Glasgow, but I mean, it will work the same on this machine, basically guaranteed. So.
I like that. You know what? This actually makes sense, because I was kind of curious with that gun hanging down. I was like, does the gun just get clipped off if you eject? But yeah, okay.
But yeah, this whole bit here is just front armor, and the actual like backstop of the thing is behind it, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. All right, neat. Then so the side of either torso, you have a large circular like point of connection for the arm. on these like little discs on the sides of the body, you also have the rotating slash harkins located on them, one on either side. Fairly large. These are, for those who have not seen Code Geass and are listening to this, these are large wired weapons that are essentially just like a wired blade that is able to fire out. They are multifunctional because they are wired. They can be used for, scaling a building, can be used for tying up an enemy, or just used as a direct weapon. The wires are made out of tungsten steel, so they are carbon wire, and then the blade is tungsten carbide steel, which is quite durable. So you get a nice durable blade, basically, that is on a wire.
They should make the whole mobile suit out of the black box.
Well, so the problem with that is it doesn't necessarily make it like... durability is a weird thing. It's like how diamond armor wouldn't actually be durable because it cleaves easy. Even though it's hard.
I was joking.
I know. But what if someone?
But this is a moment for this is educational.
But what?
Moment.
Yeah. What
Sure,
if someone doesn't know? You can't just say like materials are hard in different ways and have different applications. Anyway, but yeah, so it's got one of those on either side of the torso. For the arms, you've got these really like kind of simplistic arms. Like you've got just a piece of armor that is a bit of a U shape running on top of it. You've got a front face, a back face, and then a top connection piece. And that protects the joint. The joint is actually completely visible from the side. So very simple armor there. For the bicep, kind of a thick bicep. You can actually see what I assume is like maybe even like movable parts, like for, so the arm could bend further. Like when this bends, I think this part might push down a little. And that's why it's got all these like slidey bits of, armor going on with the bicep. You've got you can see where the main joint is because there's the little caps on either side. It does have a little block of elbow armor. For the forearms, a bit thicker and blockier armor. Nothing really of note on them up until you hit around the... you have a large wrist cuff, and then on the hands, on the back of the hand armor, that's where you have the additional little shields, basically. That I assume are actually used for brawling. I can't remember, though. It's been a long time since I watched Geass. Let me see what... Yeah, these are just called shield-like bracers. Interesting. Or, actually, funnily enough, in Japanese, they're just protectors. And then, moving on to the waist, just a singular crotch piece, pretty simple, just armor around the front and back, no skirts or anything. Does have a little bit of an armor lip going around the upper parts of the around the joint there, but again, not really quite even like Gundam skirts. For the thigh, you've got just a large plate of armor on the front and the back, sandwiched around the internal mechanisms there. Very large disc joint for the leg there. You can just see a big circle on the side. You can see this part. It's got like the three circles going on. I believe on the model kit the Robot Spirits I have, it actually like this middle part, like the middle disc extends down, like if you want to get like a more, a bigger range of motion.
Oh, sure.
But yeah. I have the Aikido Glasgow because for all that's a bad OVA, I like basically every design in it. Then the lower leg, pretty simple, blocky armor again. You've got like a front plate going around the knee area and then towards the ankles. On the back of the calves, you've just got like a big block of armor there, like in the shape of a calf. It's kind of a guess it's a upside down pentagon. It's pointing downward, or actually it might be a weird shaped hexagon because there's this extra angle right there. But yeah, it's trying to look, like leg muscles kind of, but blocky and robotic. Just the shape of it, very general humanoid shape going on here. And At the bottom of the leg, you have a large cuff going around the front of the, like, around the foot on the front and back. And then for the feet, you've got, like, an initial foot piece that's like a block of armor with 2 toes on that. The toes have a cleft in the middle of them. Then you have, separate from that, a large heel going off the back. The armor on the heel actually goes up a bit as well. And then, the final heel piece is just like this big block at the end. And then you have the 2 land spinners, which are the large wheels on the legs. And yeah, this is a fun design still. I mean, the Glasgow is a design I think is a good, little grunt guy. And, well, this is a Glasgow with some armor.
Yeah.
So it works.
I pretty much like the aesthetic changes, I will say.
Yeah, you can notice that there's still a split in the face here, and the reason that's important to have that split in the armor is because the way the fact sphere opens. Funnily, on the original, it still opens like this, but you can't see the lines normally, but the 4 corners, like, pop open, and there's a large fact sphere inside, which is the, large, long-range sensor, package that's just kind of inside of the head, that it can engage. And so even with the additional armor, it can still engage it, obviously. Yeah, so the Burai, is, used by a couple of the different, groups, the Japan Liberation Front, the Black Knights, which is, our main characters group. And yeah, there are a lot of different variants of this unit, funnily enough, that we can talk about.
There are. I would say we can talk about
the
armaments
colors
first.
Oh, right, armaments and colors.
Oh, and colors. I'm putting the colors here because
yeah,
it's fun.
So the Japanese Liberation Front uses the more green ones, while the Black Knights use the more just toned down grayish ones. And then of course Callan has a red one.
And then finally Zero has a stupid looking one.
He gets the red on the armor, and then like a little like crest around the face. Yeah.
I like it, but it does make him look like a tool, which is accurate. He's a tool, so
yeah.
There's also this one. I don't know what the deal with this one is. Is this like a JLF Commander one or something?
So this is posted without context. I wonder if this is like from one of the games or something, maybe?
That would make sense.
Because
the games love to be like, here's this, they have their like MSV essentially in games. Yeah. Here's the Lancelot Club, etc., as we've talked about.
Yeah. But yeah, so the onboard armaments, we already talked about the Slash Harkins. The hand protectors can, of course, be used for offensive purposes, and it has an anti-personnel machine gun on its torso. Optional armaments include an assault rifle. Do we have a picture of the assault rifle that it uses on the wiki?
Here you go.
Actually, you know what I should do is I actually have several Geass books, so let me go in there, because those probably do have art, So let me go to, alright, Code Geass Mechanical Compilation. Here we are. Should theoretically have everything. Now, I am gonna check and see if those... I am just curious if those are the same as the Glasgows. Okay, this is... Okay, it's sorted by faction, so it's Britannia first. Also, the pizza flipping robot is technically a Britannian robot, which makes sense, but it's funny to see it there. Anyway. Alright, yeah. Here we have the Burai. Let me see... Oh, let me see if the green one is labeled, actually. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the green one is labeled. It looks like it might be another... I can see the word Nihon. I'm assuming this might just be one of the other, rebel factions in Japan. Because I can...
Well, that's not the red one. That's the JLF one.
Oh, is that... green's JLF.
The mystery one has a red head as well.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Here, let me send this to back real quick so you can see.
Yeah, I didn't realize you had deleted it. My brain... Okay, yeah, this book doesn't actually have that one. Interesting. That is a weird color. It's got, like, Buster Gundam colors. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, what happened was, when you deleted it, I just kind of assumed... My brain assumed that it was not deleted. I forgot. Anyway. Alright, yeah, so the assault rifle might actually just be the Glasgow's, just given that it's not listed here. I'm double checking. The Glasgow, yes. Yeah, okay, so let me get it from the Glasgow. Here is the assault, it's just some line art of this assault rifle. It's kind of a simple design. It looks like it's got a grenade launcher on top, given the size of that? Or is that a scope?
It does look that way. That doesn't seem like a scope.
Yeah, I don't think that seems like a scope. That seems like that might be like a top-mounted grenade launcher or something. Which is interesting.
Weirdly, the Glasgow's page doesn't have armaments, which is unusual.
The other interesting thing is the clip for this. This thing is using very small bullets, all things considered, which these mecha are small anyway, so these are still quite large bullets, but you know. You can see like very small clip that plugs into the bottom of the handle there. And it's actually just a very simple gun. Yeah, that's got to be a grenade launcher, because like look at that. That looks like an ammo pack.
Uh-huh.
What a weird design. I kind of dig it just because it's different. But yeah, very strange. You know, I don't think any real life guns, I guess if it uses a Pickaninny rail to connect a grenade launcher, I guess you could put it on top of a lot of guns, but feels like it would be.
I mean, there's the. What is that? Oh no. I'm trying to remember the. Wasn't the original versions of the XM20 the XM29 OICW did it this way? Yeah, here we go.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Grenade launcher on top, gun on bottom.
That's so weird.
The art people will be more familiar with of this thing is this one, because this was, this was one of those guns that for a while was the quote-unquote future of the U.S. military and got put in a lot of video games, and then they were like, hey, this thing doesn't work.
Many such cases.
It works. It was just wildly expensive. And
expensive, and well, okay. Did it have quality control issues? Because I feel like that seems to usually be a thing with a lot of weapons contracts that I see.
I don't know specifics. What I know is, it was the grenade round didn't work as well as they hoped it would, because the idea is that you're supposed to be able to like dial in. It's like airburst, and these dials are like you set the distance at which you want it to explode and stuff, and that didn't quite work like they hoped. And then also it was massive and incredibly heavy.
So, one other criticism to throw on it, man,
sure.
Future guns, when they use like this like plastic kind of design, it looks so cheap. And I actually see that on like quite a surprising amount of like random, I watch like dumb firearm videos usually, like ones that are not good on purpose, not on purpose, but like, like I look out for really dumb ones sometimes, and I've seen like this kind of plastic finish, and I'm like, man, I know that like, especially when you're building prototypes, you don't need it to look super nice, but it just looks cheap.
I mean, the way this, like, the fucking, like, scope / grenade adjuster is on crooked just drives me crazy.
Yeah, that thing is... This is an ugly weapon. And again, funnily, you can see that this is all, like, the optional part because, here's the actual gun right there. Like, the assault rifle. That's just... This is, like, all for the grenade launcher and, like, scope and whatnot.
Oh man, here's another. This is just a modern trend. I don't think we have any real images of this because I don't know if it ever got anywhere. But there is the French PAPOP.
Oh, weird. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, seems like, and then there's the. Yeah, it seems like perhaps this was a modern trend of design. Was trying this approach.
Yeah.
The Q11. Oh, God.
Oh?
Tell me you didn't actually make this thing.
I don't know.
They did.
What is it?
It's something that makes the XM29 here look elegant.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. I love the transparent ammunition case there. What a goofy weapon.
Yeah. I love the scope that is just... Like, that must just be, like... 10 pounds right there.
This is an ugly weapon.
It's very ugly. Oh, the front-on view is gnarly.
What is it like? What is this scope setup? Oh, you've got all the fucking scopes. You've got probably got thermal and night vision and shit. You got everything you could ever want. Stupid. Anyway, yeah. So the Akatsuki, the Burai has a weird little assault rifle. One of its other standard armaments is we see one, and we see it right here, with a left elbow mounted tonfa. Now this is interesting because normally Glasgows do not have these, I believe. However, the Sutherland does. And you can see it's the Sutherland because of the color there.
Oh, interesting. You're right. Yeah.
So the Sutherland actually uses that weapon normally rather than the Glasgow, which is just kind of interesting. Funnily, the Akito the Exiled Glasgow does use tonfas, but I think that's because it's Akito's, and Akito uses tonfas a lot.
He's been exiled. Yeah.
Well, and he tends to use tonfas because he uses them on the Alexander as well. So, anyway. Yeah, it's just interesting that, they borrow that weapon as well. Apparently we also see a wrist-mounted quad missile launcher at some point, which I believe is
that's it right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's 2 on top and 2 on the bottom. Oh, I like that design, actually. That's fun.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
And then, also, at one point, we see a riot shield equipped onto Zero's unit, which let me see if that's in here.
I don't have any images of that, I'm afraid.
Okay, I have an image of the riot shield on a Glasgow. A riot shield on a Glasgow. It's just not on these ones. But the police Glasgow have them.
Dylan, are you speaking? I have lost your voice. All right. Brief technical difficulties, not too serious. We are back.
Yep. So we left off with the shield, and I think that's basically it though for all of its equipment. Yeah, it looks like we don't really see them use much. And again, even those are even the optional armaments there are kind of stretching the use case. So, all right. Do we want to move on to the different versions of this machine?
Sure. I feel like the Kai is the most notable of them.
Yep. So let's get rid of all that. And actually, I have pretty good quality art. Should I just link my art?
That would be terrific.
Yeah, it's got front and back. At least
a lot of the art is pretty low res on the wiki.
Here you go. It's not the highest res, but I mean, better than.
Do you have Toto's as well?
Yes, I do.
Or no, that one is Toto's.
Oh, sorry, I have the regular. Yeah,
the black head. Yeah.
Yep, I have the regular, and I have a cool picture of one of its armaments. So give me 1 second. Let's get that one. And it's a weird fucking chainsaw katana that we will talk about. Because look at this weird fucking thing.
It's great.
I'll let you do that. Yeah, so this is mostly the same base design as the Burai. However, the head, we add a very large antenna to it. So the antenna almost give it like a cockroach feel or something, especially with that color on the standard ones here, There's just these really long antenna that are just on the head that, big blades going down. It's a lot. These were created for the four holy swords, which are the leaders of the Black Knights, with Toto being the main leader, or I say the Black Knights of the what was it before? Initially the JLF, okay, yeah, and then they become part of the Black Knights later. And yeah, and the main difference, Toto's is painted in lighter colors. It's funny because like the Glasgow is one shade lighter, and then even lighter than that is the mask. It's just interesting color scheme going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the main additional weapon that they tend to be depicted with are the revolving blade swords, as can be seen here, which are essentially katanas but with chainsaw teeth on them. Or some type of vibrating teeth, I'm assuming. Let's see. Yeah, rotating blade. It's a chainsaw. Which, we see them in action a couple of times, I believe. Let's see, do they have pictures of it on the wiki with these active? Yeah. So when they are active, they have a bit of a glow around them. You can see it there on one of the, I believe that's like the Akatsuki unit there. And you can see, yeah, it makes the edge glows orange. So that's how you know it's on. And I don't really know if it has any other changes other than the unique weapon and the unique heads thing. It does have better performance. Okay, whereas the base Burai is using just the Glasgow's performance. It doesn't really change too much on it. The Burai Kai does in fact, upgrade the performance. I should note actually that, funnily enough, because it got brought up, these are made out of tungsten as well. The armor on these, so they actually do use tungsten as their material. Funnily enough, I didn't notice that.
Sure, I mean, how you wouldn't tell to look at it, so of course not.
Yeah. Means they have a high melting point, because that's like the one thing I know about tungsten is it has a very high melting point.
That's also the one thing I know about tungsten. Also, it's like, is it turn flame red?
I don't know.
No, it's blue. It's blue. Okay, well, whatever.
Anyway, then, so that's the Burai Custom. There's also, what would be the next one, you think? Because I think the rest of them are all weird ones now.
Yeah, at this point, these are all, like, variants from the DS game.
Yeah.
So I guess I would
one's from the PSP game, I can tell you that, because, you've got, the Radiant Wave version, that you use early on.
Well, let's do that one first,
yeah.
and then we could just go through the other ones in alphabetical order.
This, in the game, much like you mentioned the Lancelot Club, because Rai is free to join either side, funnily enough, they actually don't use this because you use the Gekka prototyping game. I was going to say, this isn't familiar, because I thought it only had 3 fingers, and right, it's because it's the Gekka that you use. However, so this is an unused design in the PSP game. It's still cool, though, so I wanted to bring it up. Basically, when you join the Black Knights, the idea would be, hey, we need to give you a machine, but they don't want you to show up the main characters, so they give you, like, a custom machine that's good, but not as good. In this case, instead of getting, like, a Gurren or something, you would have gotten a Burai that has a experimental version of the Radiant Wave, arm. Now, in the game, you use the Gekka instead, so you use something a little different. And it also, the Gekka prototype has an even cheaper looking version of the Radiant Wave Surge arm. But yeah, and the Radiant Wave weapon, for those who may not know, it's a radiation arm. It sends a bunch of radiation into the enemy cockpit and typically melts everything. It's not good. It does bad things to you. Don't let it happen, because here's, like, Jeremiah ejecting very late. He ejected very, very late, and it fucked him up because, well, it melts. It starts making the armor bubble. It's not good. You don't want to be in there.
Yeah,
And that's what that arm
it's
does.
a bad time.
And then the other one is from Code Geass Lancelot and Gurren, which is a spin-off that is, I think it's a novel? Oh, yeah, I think it's like a model series novel. Okay, so... And that's the Burai Custom, which is funny because sometimes the Burai Kai gets translated to Burai Custom in English, because sometimes that happens with Kai a lot, as we know from covering Gundam. Anyway, this is just called the Burai Custom, though, for Callan. This is an interesting one. It's got a weird... So the main thing on it that's unique is it has a unique horn. The armor on the head now has, like, one long singular horn. And then the right arm has a... like, a vice grip that can flip into being a, like, I think that's a bunker of some sort. It's a pneumatic drill.
Like
so yeah.
Huh.
Which, a pneumatic drill is a bunker. Basically.
But doesn't it have to spin to be a drill? Well, I guess polygons probably do. There's no reason for them not to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Because, like, pneumatic drills are, like, I believe jackhammers are pneumatic drills, technically, right? Yes, they are. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So yeah, stabby. Which is a pretty cool. I like the horn and I like the arm, so it works for me.
What is this one called?
The Burai Custom.
Okay.
As opposed to the Burai Kai, which is sometimes called the
Right.
Burai Custom as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like you do.
Yeah. Like I brought up, it's, you know. Funnily, this machine, it gets its own upgrade.
Oh my god. Okay.
However, it's related to the Gurren, so we will actually save that for a Gurren episode, I think. Because it looks much more like a
What
Gurren.
the fuck is this thing?
The
Okay.
Benny Hozuki? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll hold it.
Yeah, we'll hold it because it looks much more like a Gurren, and so it's better to just cover it then. So we already have a lot on our plate here. Alright. One other machine that's mentioned is the Raikou, is a developed machine from the Burai. The Raikou is very funny. I love this thing. I'm going to, I'll use the image here because it's a lot larger than the wiki one, seemingly.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Here you are.
You good? Take it away.
That's the Raikou. It's a, it's a series of, we're using the mecha as generators for a big gun.
But the heads on them are Sutherland's. Why are they saying that it's related to
Or
the...
Glasgow's.
Or yes, excuse me. Those are not Burai's.
Because it could be built out of either, I guess. I'm assuming we see one maybe later in the series using the other head or something at some point. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
Whatever, we'll cover it here. It's fine. It's another Japanese Liberation Front one, so we may as well cover it with all the Burai's.
Hey Dylan, you can explain this to me.
Yeah.
Why do people do the thing where they do like the long O, like the accent indicator for like Japanese, when you should just do like like when you, well, in this instance but yeah, like whenever you hold a thing in Japanese, like the thing to do is just to type the other letter, but some people, when they're, Romanizing it, just turn it into a fucking accent mark for no goddamn reason. I guess I'm sort of loading my opinion in here by saying for no reason. There must be a reason.
I actually don't know if this is just like a different like rule of translation, if I'm being honest, because it seems very inconsistently deployed.
I wonder if it's just like the old, like it's like an old outdated way of doing it, and people realize like, hey, this is completely unnecessary and but some people still use the old
well,
methods.
it's funny too, because if I pull up what the book does the thing that you and me are used to, which is Raikou with an, like, the oo at the end. Rather than an O with an accent. And I'm used to a lot of things typically doing that. I really don't know where it comes from, if I'm being honest. It's gotta be some translation standard, that I do not know of. So, what we have done is we have taken 4 Glasgows or Burais, and so we have 2 on the left and 2 on the right. We have lined them up together on the sides. They are holding up this machine. They actually have extra, it looks like they might have some extra, armor or, like, reinforcement built into the legs here.
Their torsos are connected.
Yes, the torsos, they get rid of the front armor of the one in the back, and they just add another, like, connection here. The left arms, or the outer arms, are removed, and they have these little, these are quad-linked free-fire gun arms. So each one has one of these. And so these are, theoretically, even though these look like they're 2 barrels stacked, I assume each of these barrels actually has, like, 2 in them, because it mentions they are... Oh, no. Quad-linked is in all 4 of the guns fire at once. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's only 1 barrel.
Okay, so they only have... Okay. It's just like a weird vertical barrel. Okay, weird. Alright. And then...
Oh, this is the thing that's in the tunnel in that one episode.
Yes, these are in the tunnel. And at the end, that the Lancelot fights. So... The head... This is my favorite thing. The head has a pillar sticking out of each of them, up into a large disc. This large disc has the actual Glasgow or possibly Burai heads plugged into them, looking in all 4 directions. And then in between the 2 sets of the bodies, we have a very, very large coil gun. The coil gun has an external power source plugged into the back of it. You can see there are 4 plugs that plug into the back that then combine into one singular plug that then has this very large end. I do like the detail where it's a little frayed here at the end, so it has, like, the 4 plugs again that are visible. You can see that they're just tied together in there. And then, of course, there are 4 different pins there, presumably each one for each of the wires. Which then plugs into a large battery pack. On top of that, you've got I believe this is the ammo container, given the design of this belt here. And the ammo container is just this large drum on a dolly with 6 wheels. Or, sorry, 4 wheels on it. Sorry, I missaw what that was. Yeah, 4 wheels. I was reading that as one side. So it's just a giant drum on a little, like, rolly device.
It must fire multiple rounds at once because it basically just fires a barrage of ball bearings.
Yes, yeah. And yeah, it's because it's a shrapnel cannon, so it's ridiculous. It's really cool, actually. I think it's a really fun idea. It's not really I mean, the situation in which they use it is actually a very sensical one. The Lancelot breaks it, but you were deploying any other machine into a tunnel, and for them to have a weapon that is just what is essentially, it's a coil gun, so not quite as high velocity as a railgun, but still very high velocity, like, essentially large ball bearings firing out of this at, really high speeds, from the end of a tunnel. I mean, this would just eliminate entire squads normally. Like, that would be deployed in a tunnel. And from what we know, the tunnel is, like, the only way they have to safely approach the building. Because they have the hostages, and they're like, hey, if we see anyone approaching from above, we'll just kill the hostages. And we'll be able to see it, because, there's only one tunnel that goes in here. And at the end of the tunnel, we have a fucking, magnetic cannon, so... I think this machine rules. It's not a traditional mecha, but I love this. as just like a weird improvised machine by them. I think it's really cool. But yeah.
Great.
And there's, unfortunately, it gets fucking wrecked by the, because the shields on the, if I remember right, I think when it fires too, doesn't the Lancelot has to activate both of its shields, and it like actually like has the generator kind of running on overdrive to block all the ball bearings, if I remember right. It's a cool scene. Right. It's a really cool scene.
Because the idea is supposed to be that he can get to it in between the firing like recharge time, but he isn't quite fast enough.
Yeah. And then, yes, as you mentioned now, we have a bunch of random little DS variants. These will probably be pretty quick to cover because these are all, little SD arts. I wonder if this game is actually made by the guys who did the old SD Gundam games, because these models look very similar to, like, the GGM.
I mean, this one just has Zaku shields.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much
and
does.
I don't disapprove, but...
Yeah, so this is the Burai Close Combat type. Which, I mean, it's all Sunrise, so... it does have a bit of a different head going on. It's a bit boxier and has, like, these little vents on the top of it, which is interesting. But otherwise, the other primary... And it has little fangs added to the mask at the end there, which is kind of fun.
Oh, you're right. You're right. And I did make the Zaku comparison, but it has 4 spikes on the little hand
rather
shields.
Than the 3. But, yeah. But, I mean, these are very Zaku shield, though. I mean, So that's a fun little guy. It's a close combat type, and that's the main thing it adds. There's also a drill type, which, again, changes the head a bit. It looks like the heads have almost more of a spotlight thing going on. There's also a more blocky armor put on top of it. And then, of course, the arms are replaced with drills. This is meant to be a construction and demolition unit. However, of course, it can still be used as a combat unit for obvious reasons. Then we've got
why not?
The Burai Enhanced Long Range type, which is a Burai who has had a large cannon added onto the chest. It is actually a scaled down version of the Raikou cannon, funnily enough. It is much smaller, and much less destructive, but same principle of firing it's a big shrapnel cannon. Then we've got the Burai Full Enhancement type in pink there, which adds what appears to be missile pods on the top of the shoulder. Yeah. Okay.
Very, very fucking
bottoms looking like, to me.
I was gonna say like Mech Warrior even.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, and so it's just got a bunch of it has like the enhanced armor on the head, and then these shoulder missiles, which are pretty cool. Then we have the heavy weapons type. Again, different head armor. I like that they do different things with the head armor. It actually, looking at it, they are the same, but they're just painted differently. But even having them painted differently kind of adds a different effect, which is fun. Anyway, the heavy weapon type, as can be guessed by the name, is a version with a lot of heavy weapons strapped to it. We have attached to the arms are 2-tube grenade launchers on either arm. We then have a 6-tube missile launcher built into the leg. Very, heavy arm style. You've got these little doors that flap down. Then on the shoulder, there are 3 2-tube it says 3 times shoulder-mounted 2-tube bunker missiles. Oh, that's what these are on the back. Okay. I think these 2 outer ones are on the shoulder, and maybe that one's on the cockpit block. So those are the bunker missiles. And then the Slash Harkins. So yeah, it's a... It also... Oh, and a thing of note here is if you look at the land spinner, it has huge land spinners now added onto the back of the torso cockpit block. Along with the ones on the legs. Yeah, because it's got all the heavy equipment. That's fun. Then we've got the Burai High Mobility type right here.
This motherfucker is a Marine from StarCraft 2.
Yeah, it's interesting because it says it's high mobility, but it has a lot of weapons. So the right arm has been turned into a set of guns now. It is a Gatling gun and a large caliber cannon. I assume the Gatling gun's the lower one, and then that's the large caliber cannon on top. And then the left arm has an inbuilt electric shock system, as well as a 9-tube missile launcher built into the shoulder. So it's like got a electro prod and then a missile tube on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how it gets the extra mobility. Maybe those are just like jetpacks, because that's not a weapon that's listed. So maybe that's just jetpacks on the back or something, or thrusters.
I mean, what is that on, like, down here? Oh, those are the bottom of the arms?
Yeah, that's
what is that?
That's the electroprod I mentioned.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know why I expected it to look like a prod instead of a hand.
Yeah, it's got like 3 fingies.
I guess I'm a fool.
I mean, it's three little fingies. But yeah.
If you keep saying fingies, I'll be convinced.
Just 3 little fingies. Burai long range type, which
this is the one with a short range weapon?
Yeah, it's got a Gatling gun built into the left arm, and that's it. That's all that's different, apparently.
Maybe it's long range in the sense that it has, like, no, it says long range support. That's not true.
Yeah.
Why are you lying to me?
Burai powered type, which rules. It's another construction one, and it's a Burai that's got roll cages around the torso and head, and then the arms are now large, like pincer type arms. These are scissor claws. I love this. Even better than the drill one, just because I love that it's got the roll bar added to it. Then we've got the Burai Special Weapon A-type. Oh wait, no, sorry, the Burai Radiation Wave Test type. So there's another Radiation Wave Burai that isn't the one we covered earlier. This one's got a different hand. It's a bit boxier, and just a big boxy hand that can grab you and fill you with radiation. Then we have Special Weapons A-type, which has a Gundam hammer on the arm. Sorry, the right arm inbuilt iron sphere. And then the Special Weapons B-type, which has... Ooh, interesting. It's got a wrist-mounted... Are they on the wrist? Yeah, they're under the wrist. It's got double Gatling guns built in with a lot of extra ammo, I guess.
So it's like a super long range type.
Clearly.
Not to be confused with the enhanced long range type, which is of course a different machine.
Yeah. So that's the Burai. Its name in kanji, when you read the kanji for it, is Unreliance, apparently, which is really funny to name your machine that, but I guess it's also because it's, stolen, like, knockoffs of the glass guy.
Yeah, I think they're like, we're not relying on someone else's machines, we have our own.
Yeah. Goofy, but, yeah, so that's all the Burai. And what are we at? How are we doing? We are at, it's about 50-something minutes.
I feel like anything else we open up is gonna.
The problem is the Glasgow has itself a ton of variants.
Yeah, we can just call it.
Let me see real quick. I'm digging through my book because this wiki is a little iffy. So I'm curious if there is anything listed in this book for the like Burai related units that is not on the wiki. Real quick, I'm just gonna check. It'll only take a moment.
Dylan, of course, meant no offense for a wiki. This one's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just,
we appreciate the help.
But it's just there's a
lot of information to keep up with.
Well, there's also a lot of stuff from like games and shit that it's just like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's a Sutherland. Never mind. This is a weird machine though. Okay, yeah, lots of Sutherlands is what I'm learning, and Gloucesters. Not as many Burais. Oh! Hey! Here's that green one, though. Hold on. Alright.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, it's in this book in the section here for... I don't even know what section this is for. Let me scroll up. This is for Oz the Reflection, I guess. So someone in Oz the Reflection uses this. It looks like it has a name on it. Wazaki Yukimaru. Oh, Sawazaki. Let me see. Sawazaki. Is this a name in Geass?
Not one that I'm seeing.
And then it's Yukimaru? Yukimaru.
It's not...
Yukimaro Sawazaki is the son of the one prime minister.
Yeah,
guy.
I'm seeing it now. Interesting.
It was killed by Orpheus Zevin, who is the protagonist of Oz the Reflection. So I guess he was piloting this, maybe? Or maybe it was like a guard contingent for him? I don't know. I just know that name is mentioned. So we at least got that. God, Oz the Reflection has some fucking weird machines. Let's see. God, if we ever cover the Sutherland, there will be so many Sutherlands to cover.
You can't name your character Tink Lockhart.
That's an incredible name.
T-I and then Lockhart is taken. You're not allowed.
That's really funny, though.
At least he looks like a loser.
Honestly, that's even funnier. Yeah, I guess, and now looking at it, I'm just double checking, yeah, in the movie, there's no Burai likes in the movie either. That's the only other mechanical book I have. Yeah, so I think we covered all the Burais and Burai likes. Unfortunately, I'm really sad that none of these DS guys get art, but I'm wondering if they were only done as the 3D models rather than, like, having art first.
We do have one unit left to cover.
Oh, okay.
Because the role was not for the Burai.
Oh. What was the role for?
What Emrys requested was the other Black Knights, quote, the good ones, right?
What? Oh, okay.
Which they meant, the Black Knights from Code Geass.
Okay.
But that also sort of means that we have some other work to do, because there is some cleanup to do.
Oh, okay. What is the cleanup?
This is Black Knight Sword of Rage, the third Black Knight pinball game.
Okay.
I'll send you a link because I would love your help getting these images. Here is the sternpinball.com entry. They have a lot of images.
All right, let's see. What's this like? I didn't know there was a third Black Knight.
Many such cases. People not knowing.
Is the music as good?
I couldn't say for sure. There's a trailer. Do you want to watch the trailer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. If I click this and I drag it over, whoop.
Oh.
Pops up on OBS. It's pretty much in frame. That's lucky.
All right. Tell me when to hit play.
I'm gonna crop this a little bit because whatever. I'm gonna do that. There we go. Now it slides to the middle of the frame. That's lovely. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I am the Black Knight.
I will admit, the Black Knight in the middle of this is pretty fun.
It's pretty cool. This remix is a little underwhelming.
Yeah, I want it to be FM synth is my problem. It loses a little of the charm when you're just doing it with actual instruments.
Also, like, quieting down the choir, which is the most fun part. I like that you light up the letters for war. That's hilarious.
Now, the board itself, though, I might find the song a little underwhelming. The board itself seems pretty cool. But I mean, that's the thing with pinball machines, right? Is like they just gotta they gotta look real flashy, and this website is really weird because even though I'm like choosing to look at the full size of other images,
it only will show
it
you.
only shows me the frontal.
Yeah. Oh, if you right click and hit like open a new tab on the
on the image itself,
bottom,
okay, yes,
it'll give you what you want.
Okay, weird. Yeah, okay. I was like, why do you need help? And now it's like, oh, I see. Site is weird. Yeah, I think this seems like a solid enough board. I do not play pinball, so it's a little, I'm kind of being a bit of a tourist here, but I think.
Wow, I'm sure the pinball people will be really offended.
I mean, there's probably very passionate pinball people.
I'm saying I think pinball people are happy that other people care.
You
I
know,
don't
that's
like,
fair.
just like they just want to share their passions. I don't think they're here to gatekeep.
That's fair.
The Black Knight's here to gatekeep. He's guarding the gate.
Yeah, I love that he's got like the cool little like flipper arm there on the right arm.
It's very good.
It's just a very solid board because it just looks. I mean, again, they get all a pinball board needs to do is be bright and flashy and make nice sounds and look good. Which my real experience when it comes to this kind of stuff is playing things like, I don't know, I was actually recently playing through Super Robot Pinball again. Funnily, I was wondering if it was, and it turns out, yes, it's made by the same people who did make, Pokemon Pinball, which is also a game I think is pretty good. Plus there's fun remixes of various robot songs. And I think the sprite work is cute. I mean, it's funnily more animated than an actual Super Robot Wars game, or like would be of its era. Just because, like, obviously if you put a Super Robot Wars on the Game Boy Color or Game Boy, it's not really animated. It's going to be the still sprites flying at each other, maybe spawning in a weapon or something. But they actually, because they only had to do one animation for all the playable hero suits, they just do like one specific animation that's actually animated, which is really fun. Sprite. Pull up like a random sprite from the game. Like, let's pull up, you know what? Since you've been watching it, here, let's pull up the Elgime. Here's like the sprite sheet for the Elgime in that game. You can see it's actually got like little movement sprites for when it's attacking the enemy that's above you, which is fun. And then it's got this little side one for when you do the cut-in for firing the rifle. Or one of the other machines in it. Let's grab the Double Zeta here. But yeah, no, it's cute. Again, very similar to the Pokemon game. When you destroy a certain number of things on the map, it makes a big enemy appear. When the big enemy appears, you have to shoot up the sortie ramp, and when you shoot up the sortie ramp, it lets you select, I think it's maybe semi-randomized, a set of, like from a set of robots, and then you shoot up the mission ramp, and then that puts you in a special little side course where you have to hit the enemy with the pinball to launch attacks, and then going around the sides, one side will increase the level of your attack, so like your level 1 attack for the Double Zeta here is the Beam Saber. Level 2 attack is the Double Beam Rifle, and then the level 3 is the High Mega Cannon. So you could go around the right side to, up your attack gauge, or you go around the left, which lets you activate a Spirit, which usually is like, you dodge the opponent's next attack, or I think like it depends on your robot, which ones are there. But yeah, it's a fun little pinball game. It's got some fun stuff. It doesn't really have any original allies. Trying to see if I can find the original enemies in it, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. That passed some time.
Well, now you can actually talk about the thing we're here to talk about.
The Black Knight board. What else am I supposed to do?
Well, okay, so starting from the top,
we've got the letters for war on 3 different areas. When the ball goes over them, it lights up the letters. So you want to light up all 3, which is a classic pinball thing. There's actually one of those as well for Knight, as well below. So that's a 6 that you have to fill.
And there's also Rage.
Oh, Rage, yes.
On the sides here.
It's on each of the sides here. Oh, though you want to be careful because you don't really want it to go down there on the sides there. I'm imagining that this is the ones where whenever you hit a paddle, it's going to make it rotate the lights through, So you would strategically, have it land there and not there. Because if it lands there, then it's going down. But if it lands here, you can paddle it. You've got a whole bunch of ramps leading up, though, towards the back here.
So I will say, unfortunately, we are looking at the Pro model, and I will show some distinctions. There are 3 models. There's Pro, Premium, and Limited Edition, because this was made in 2019, and so they had to find a way to, to fuck you harder. I'll show some Limited Edition stuff once we're done describing the basic thing, because it does add a feature. So.
Okay. Well, main things are you have a shield that is blocking your access to the upper levels here. I'm assuming either hitting it or doing something is going to make the shield pop up so that you can actually get to the upper levels from there. You've got a couple different ramps going around. I don't know if they just go around from side to side, like if this just goes up around the back here or what. That's a little hard to see, even just with the top down here. You also have this really cool spinner. This is the thing I mentioned, where it's like the Black Knight's got like a morning star of some sort, and then it's got, balls at the end of it, and when you hit a ball into that spins. So that's fun. I always like a flippy do on these boards. Speaking of flippy doos, it looks like it's got a couple of little flippy doos on the sides here as well, with like these little skull guys. You hit them and then they're gonna be spinning. And yeah, why don't you show us some of the what is different on the limited editions? Because I'm curious about limited edition pinball.
So, what you're gonna notice here, let me pull this up. It's hard to, it's a little hard to tell in some of these images what's going on, I'm afraid to say. So you can see here the 3 bumpers, right? 1, 2, 3. And you can see there's this like ramp with like the fucking, drop off and everything, right? The limited edition has an extra layer here. So this is
Interesting.
Plexiglass here over the bumpers with a ramp drop off with another like flipper here,
Yes,
and then a couple of switches up here as well.
so it's got a second level.
It's a small little level, and you can still see the bottom level through it because it's transparent, but it is this extra layer on top. In addition to this, it also just has some more like fancy, like other parts of it look fancier, right? It's got like cool mirrored black back glass. It's got different like art panels. You can see, even just like looking at this, you can see here's the art on the side of this where it's just kind of like plain with a little bit of pattern, and here it's like fireballs striking a castle wall on the limited edition and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's fancy.
Okay.
Apparently also you can do 3-ball multi-ball on this table. The upper level also has 3-ball multi-ball, so you can get to 6-ball multi-ball, which is kind of ridiculous.
That's crazy. That sounds crazy to me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you know? Don't look at the page. Do you know who voices the Black Knight?
Who? I don't know.
It's Ed Robertson, which is probably a name you don't know off the top of your head. He's the lead singer of the Bare Naked Ladies.
What?
What?
Why him?
Why?
Why him?
I don't know.
I love when like a thing advertises like a random person that you maybe should know as like a voice, and you're just like, why? There's a infamously bad game called Crying Is Not Enough that Super Great Friend played through. It was a pretty bad game in a lot of ways, and I feel bad saying that because it was kind of an indie project. Like, it's something that was worked on for a lot of years. They were trying to make a 3D, sort of Resident Evil 4 inspired third-person shooter. The story's bad. Anyway, the big thing that they advertised is that the guy who voices Barney voices in it. But then he was going to voice the main character.
Dylan, stop talking.
Yeah?
Hey Craig, buddy. Glad you're here. Audacity crashed a while ago. It's fine. I've got the audio back up, but
it crashed on yours?
It crashed on mine. This is just and it's not me. You can still hear me. So my mic didn't do shit. Audacity just freaked out. Well, I'm glad we brought
Today was a cursed day for both of us.
Today was cursed. Yeah.
On both sides. I guess I feel a little less bad because a curse happened to you too, but oh. Damn. Well, at least Craig will get you covered.
Here's art of the 3 versions of Black Knight. You can see how they look different.
Anyway, they announced that the voice of Barney, the dinosaur, was going to be in the game, and I'm like, as the main character. And then he wasn't. He was a side character because I presume they didn't have enough money for him or something. I don't know. It's bizarre. I never understand celebrity voice things like this where they're just like, hey, we got the singer of Bare Naked Ladies to voice the Black Knight. Like, who cares? Like, no offense, but who cares?
Sounds like offense. Sounds like you are offending him.
I just feel like that's just not like I don't know. Maybe the Bare Naked Ladies demographic and the pinball demographic have crossover that I don't know. Because I'm not in either of these.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if you know, with respect, it's a big community, right? I'm sure lots of different kinds of people like pinball. I would not be surprised if there were people who were at a high music listening age when the Bare Naked Ladies were big, who now love pinball.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I don't want to find out what else is going to happen. I don't want like Craig to get a virus or whatever the hell is going to go wrong next.
Yeah, I was going to say
so
we could shut down now. Yeah, well, let's call it. Technical problems plagued us this week. Is it Code Geass' fault? Maybe.
Perhaps.
But, Six, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Blue Sky, 6.scanlinemedia.com. You can find me work at scanlinemedia.com or patreon.com/scanlinemedia if you want to give us your support. We would really appreciate it. And then, of course, you can talk to us over on the Scanline Media Discord and make a request. Apparently, we do pinball tables now. So I'm just saying that, and now Dylan's unhappy. What about you, Dylan?
You can find me at Low Poly Robot on Blue Sky, where I post about games I play and other such things. Whatever I'm watching or reading or whatever. It's a very self-indulgent zone for me. So yeah. What have I posted today? I posted fucking me going through the debug room in FF8, some Mobile Suit Gundam 8 stuff, rambling about ribbon cables and Shadow Tower. So yeah, you know, just a grab bag of stuff that I like. If you like the things that I like, you could probably follow me. Anyway, alright. Well,
there's nothing more iconic in the pinball universe than the Black Knight character.
Peace.